All right, I'm just out here today, trying to get the TS250 going. I've been doing a lot of cleaning. I mean, this thing was, I don't know if you can see that sprocket with all that. That's how it was. It was horrible. Look at the drain pan. So, and my garage floor. So I'll have to clean that afterwards. Anyway, I have all the seals but one. This clutch push rod seal. I'm just going to have to put it back in. I already ordered one on eBay, but like I said, just cleaning this thing up was just incredible. It was just filthy dirty. And this rag has some oil on it from leaking out the neutral indicator switch. So I'm just going to put this around the shaft areas, and then I'm going to put it over there. And I'm just going to pop these new seals in. I'll put the chain, counter shaft sprocket. I've got a 14 tooth. It had a 15, but I only have a 14, so I'm just going to put that on. And I had the new retainer and nut. And then this is the, well, that'd be a good use for oil. This is the sleeve that rides behind the counter shaft sprocket. And there's a O-ring that goes back in there. Oops, get it. This O-ring goes behind the shaft, and it fits into the taper that's on the inside of this sleeve. So anyway, let's go ahead and there's a couple O-rings. There's one for the neutral cinder, and then there's this guy that I ordered. I thought for sure I had the clutch push rod seals, but at least this way I can still button it up, and that's an easy part to pull in. You know, I can get that in around the sprocket, and it's an easy part to pull out. So this is the new counter shaft sprocket O-ring. Like I said, if you put new counter shaft sprocket seal on and you don't replace this O-ring, there's a good chance it'll still leak. And then we'll put the seal in, which is this guy. And that goes right in here. They're pretty easy to go in. I leave the retainer out until I'm done. Wow, it actually goes in too easy. There we go. And let me have a little brass punch we'll just use on the outside. Like I said, it doesn't take a lot to get these things in. I'm just using it on the outer edge. Got kind of the angle going on here. There we go. And it's just a big flat surface on this punch. You can hear when it hits up against the cases. That's as far as we need to go. Perfect. All right. So that guy's in. It's got oil on it. And we know that this color is oiled. And like I said, what we want to do is make sure this counter shaft goes towards the motor. And then I just kind of turn and insert. There we go. And then we take our, tell me this isn't an old thing, CT alloy sprockets. I've been around forever. Then we just take our new sprocket, put this guy on, line the teeth up. It actually fits very tight. Use a brass punch again, kind of go around. Perfect. All right, that's on. And we have a new retainer and a new nut. And this thing was dirty. I mean, it was filthy dirty. Oh my word. Like I said, in order to get the rear sprocket on, I have a new rear sprocket. I'm going to have to pull the rear wheel and just clean the crap out of it. So anyway, this guy's on. I'll tighten that later. Let's put our clutch push rod seal back in just so it stops leaking oil. And like I said, these are easy to come out. I can do this around the chain if I need to when the new one comes in. And I'm just going to go around the outer edge of this guy. This is where when you activate the clutch, there's a push rod. And I got that all cleaned up. I used some a little bit of 400 sandpaper on all these surfaces to knock off the rust. And let me see down here, clutch push rod. Okay, we'll find it in a second. Okay. Anyway, oh, there it is. All right. Yeah, see how clean it is now. And if you're not sure which way to go, it's got more of a rounded edge that goes in towards the clutch. This is a flat edge that goes towards the what do you call it, the mechanism where it pushes the clutch shaft in. And you can also tell by it's a little bit rougher finish here from the corrosion from all the mud and stuff that was sitting. But that goes right in there, and it may leak a couple drops, but it's only going to be a couple days before I get the new one in. I just went in and ordered it off of eBay. This is the seal that goes behind the neutral switch, which is right here. And we'll put this in here like that. I have a little bit of oil right here. I'll put it around that guy. And I've already cleaned all this up, cleaned the surfaces, so it's good to go. And then that will go just like that. A lot of times you can replace almost everything in here, and it will be the neutral switch O-ring that's giving you all the trouble. So, but this way, if I replace all these pieces, it won't leak. So, and then it kind of brings everything up to date, up to speed, freshens it up. I don't want it to be dripping in the garage or wherever I park it. Like I said, I just want to fix all the little things on the motor, and then during the summertime, tear it down, have the frame powder coated. But I just want to get everything up and running, up and fixed. Maybe do a couple little pre-runs on it. There we go. So now last but least is our shift shaft seal. And on this guy too, I already have the shaft or oil on the shaft, and I will put some. Some people put grease, which is fine. I've done that before. I have no idea what that was. So, okay, got a little bit of oil on it, and we'll make sure the shaft didn't have any grit or anything on it. And then we're going to slide it on through. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And this is one of those things where we just kind of tap it on. Once again, I'm using the brass punch. I don't want to scar up my shift shaft. I don't want to ruin the seal, so I'm making sure you get a nice flat hit on it. You can see it's not taking I'm not really whacking on it or anything. I'm just tapping it back in there. And we're just working it around. I mean, you could try a deep socket, but you'd have to have a pretty deep one to get in there. And this works good. Like I said, this works fine. Once again, you can hear it when the punch hits the cases. Kind of know we're there, because I'm just going on the outer edges. I'm not going to drive it all the way. I'm not going to bottom it out in there. So there we go. And so all the seals are on except for this guy. We'll put that one on. I'm going to tackle the back of the the back of the sprocket. Oh my God. Like I said, the whole motor is this color. And through the greaser and cheap WD-40 and brushes, I was able to get it to where it looks nice and clean. Cylinders on, I just got it bolted on. Carburetor's all done, just bolted on. I got the airbox off right there, got to modify it. I was able to find another cylinder anti-vibration cushion, so I'll tap that in. And I found I had a brand new stud for the one that's missing, so I will put that on. There we go. I'll tap it more once I get the cylinder bolted down. And like I said, that's it. That's my update on this thing. Like I said, I lost 2 hours just looking for this push rod seal, which I thought I had. So, but like I said, it's going to be fine. I can get it all back together, chain on it, my new sprockets, get it running, and then when it comes in, I can pull it off at my leisure. I mean, if it leaks a little bit out of there until then, that's fine. You know, just continue my cleaning all the way through. Here's the original 40-some-year-old air filter. As you can see, like I said, I went to pull it out of the airbox and it was coming apart. So, and I have the new I have a new unifilter for it. And the airbox, I was looking, I think I'm just gonna cut some holes in the side. I was actually thinking about doing like a triangle shape just to be different, but I can either drill some holes in the side. I don't want to do the back since the seam's back there. I don't want to weaken it. But I was actually just thinking about getting my cutting wheel and just cutting it like that. And cutting it like that. And then on the airbox, on the lid, maybe just cut the corners a little bit. And that will allow air in. But I think it'll be fine. I don't want to, when I wash it, I don't want water to run down in there. So I think just by adding a couple triangular holes, it'll be fine. It'll pull enough air in for a TS250. And I think that's about it. I got a new battery for it. But like I said, this will allow me to get the cover back on it tonight. All the oil leaks are fixed now. It won't leak. I did clean all up in here. So, and I have a new metal gaskets for these, for the injector lines. You got to be real careful with these. When you're cleaning, these things are 40 years old. They'll snap pretty darn easy. And anyway, I'll get the battery and stuff in, get the airbox in, keep doing a little bit cleaning. Like I said, it's going to take me a while to do that rear end, but I want to get the chain and stuff on tonight. And I have new sprocket. Let me see. Don't see him. Anyway, I have another sprocket looks just like it, and then one that was the next year newer. So got a couple steel sprockets I'll put on here, and then just a regular standard 525 chain. It'll be good enough for this. It's not going to see. It's going to be used, but you know, this thing's putting out 20 horsepower, so a standard duty chain is fine. I'm not going to overkill it with something expensive that is higher value than the bike. So, but anyway, like I said, this thing was just a monster to clean. But you know, I'll button this side back up and then feed the chain in there. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Just thought I'll let you know what's going on.